Welcome to Secrets of Anatolia. Today, I want to take you on a journey to one of the most extraordinary places on Earth. A place that quietly waited under the soil for 12,000 years. A place that challenges almost everything we thought we knew about human history. This is Göbeklitepe. And trust me, the more you learn about it, the more you'll feel like real history, has only just begun to speak. Let's start from the beginning. Göbeklitepe is located in Şanlıurfa in southeastern Turkey. At first glance, the region may look ordinary. Dry land, hills, the horizon melting into the sky. But beneath this landscape lies a secret that completely rewrote the timeline of civilization. When archaeologists first studied this area in the 1960 seconds, they didn't realize what they were walking on. They saw stones, fragments, and ruins, but nothing that screamed world-changing discovery. Then, in the 1990 seconds, something happened. A German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt, a man whose curiosity was as strong as his patience, returned to this site. He looked at the stones. He looked again, and then he said something that shocked everyone. These stones are not natural. They were carved. They were placed here intentionally, and they are very, very old. How old? Let me put it simply. Göbeklitepe is 12,000 years old. That means it was built 7,000 years before the Egyptian pyramids, 6,500 years before Stonehenge, and long before agriculture, pottery, the wheel, writing, or cities existed. Hold on to that thought, because everything humans normally need to create a massive structure, organized labor, a stable food supply, leadership, religion, didn't exist yet. At least, that's what we thought. But Göbeklitepe says otherwise. The enormous stones that shouldn't exist. Göbeklitepe is made up of huge T-shaped limestone pillars. Some rise more than 5 meters tall. Some weigh up to 10-15 tons. Imagine this. Hunter-gatherers, people who had no villages, who lived in small groups, who constantly moved to find food, somehow carved these stones, transported them, arranged them into perfect circular structures, and decorated them with beautiful, detailed artwork. Let's pause for a moment. If you were to take a random group of people today without trucks, cranes, steel tools, electricity, or machines and ask them to build Göbeklitepe, they probably couldn't do it. But 12,000 years ago, somebody did. The symbols that speak without words. The pillars are covered in carvings. Foxes, boars, cranes, snakes, vultures, and many abstract symbols that we still can't fully understand. You know what's interesting? Most ancient societies used symbols to represent ideas, life, death, the sky, the earth, the afterlife. But Göbeklitepe is older than all of them. So these symbols, these animals, might be the oldest symbolic language in human history. And then there's the most famous carving, the vulture carving, which some say represents death and rebirth. Others believe it's a cosmic symbol, something connected to the stars. Which brings us to another theory. Was Göbeklitepe an ancient observatory? Some researchers suggest Göbeklitepe was used to observe the sky, not casually but with knowledge and purpose. The carvings on the pillars may represent constellations. Some alignments appear to match the stars as they were 12,000 years ago. Think about that. Before agriculture, before written numbers, before calendars, a group of people may have tracked the position of the stars. One controversial idea claims that Göbeklitepe recorded a massive event in human history, A comet strike around 10,900 BC that triggered the Younger Dryas, a sudden global cooling period. According to this theory, the animals etched into the stones might be a stone memory, a record of the sky when the event happened. Is it proven? Not yet. But even the possibility is breathtaking. Why was Göbeklitepe buried? This is, without a doubt, one of the greatest mysteries. Göbeklitepe didn't collapse. It wasn't destroyed by war. It didn't disappear naturally. It was intentionally buried with thousands of tons of soil. But why? Here are some theories. A ritual closure, protection, knowledge storage. Strange? Yes. But Göbeklitepe is full of strange decisions. The discovery that changed human history. Archaeologists once believed that human civilization followed a simple order: farming settlements, religion temples. But Göbeklitepe changed everything. Because when this place was built, there was no agriculture yet. No villages. No farming. No organized states. No leaders. So how do we explain the existence of such a massive temple? The new theory is this: religion came first. Temples came first. Farming came later. Göbeklitepe was not alone. Nearby, there are places like Karahantepe, Nevali-Chori, Chayunu, Sefertepe, and Harbitsuven. Only 5% of Göbeklitepe has been excavated. 95% is still underground. Still waiting. This was Secrets of Anatolia. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more stories buried deep in the heart of Turkey.